What's up, people? Welcome back to Daily Red Devil for all of your latest Manchester United transfer news and talk. And welcome back to the latest instalment of our in-topic focus series, where today we're going to be looking at Sofyan Amrabat and discussing what's all the hype about. Why do Manchester United want him? We're going to be doing a tactical analysis, and by the end of the video, hopefully we'll come up with the reasons that you're all looking for. So let's jump straight into it. But before we do that, please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel, and let's get into the video. So, Sofyan Amrabat, he's a 26-year-old midfielder who plays for Fiorentina in Italy. He's Moroccan international who had an incredible run at the World Cup last season. Honestly, one of the players of the tournament, in my opinion. The thing I want to address from the very, very beginning of this video is we're not talking about the guy from Watford, okay? Lots of people seem to be getting them mixed up. So he has a brother called Nordin Amrabat who used to play for Watford. We're not talking about him. We're talking about Sofyan Amrabat, okay? Two completely different players. Sofyan Amrabat has not played in the Premier League before. They're not the same people. Anyway, now that that's addressed, let's jump straight into it. So he plays as the pivot for Fiorentina in a kind of defensive two. He's a deep-lying midfielder. I guess you could compare him by way of what we have at the moment to kind of a Casemiro or, well, only a Casemiro. He's our only defensive midfielder. He is a deep-lying midfielder. He plays in front of the three defenders, kind of, you know, supports them and blocks any people from coming through. He's very, very good at passing the ball into space, though, okay? He's not just one of those players who sits in front of the defence and acts as a defender. He is very, very good on the ball. He finds space. He's very good against a low block as well. So that is something that I think Erik ten Hag will like in this player. Now, one of the key things I think why he'll improve Manchester United is he's good at passing into space, especially against low block teams. We've seen over the last couple of 1 or 2 years how difficult Manchester United find it to play against low block teams. And Amrabat is definitely someone who can unlock that. Similar to Casemiro, Casemiro is very good at passing for a defensive midfielder, but Amrabat is kind of the same, to be honest. He likes to sit in front of the defence and is able to drop back into defence as well. So he does do this quite regularly for Fiorentina. He'll sit in front of the three defenders. I think they play a 3-4-1-2 or something. He sits in front of the three defenders, and if he does need to drop back, he will do. So yeah, he is very, very good at that. His defensive attributes are absolutely elite. But for Fiorentina, he is allowed to make forward runs, a bit like Casemiro is at Manchester United. He doesn't just stay as a defensive midfielder all the time. He does make forward runs. He does join the attack, which is something I think Erik ten Hag will appreciate because Erik ten Hag does want all of his players to be able to attack. Remember, Erik ten Hag sets his team up on the halfway line, right? The defenders will be on the halfway line. So Amrabat will be in and around the opponent's box. He does need to be good at passing. He does, need to be able to find space and pick balls off to people. And that is definitely something that Amrabat can do. Versus maybe like a McTominay who isn't that great at it. Fred, again, isn't that great at it. They get the ball, they usually either misplace the pass or kick it out. Amrabat is very, very good at passing. His intercepting play is absolutely elite, guys. Really, really good at intercepting play. Good at breaking up the play. Very similar again to Casemiro in that role. Now, I just want to say, I do think that he would be a backup option to Casemiro. I don't think him and Casemiro would start every single game. I think maybe if we went away to like the Etihad, you'd have Casemiro, Amrabat, and then maybe Bruno or Mason Mount. I don't think you'd have. But then if you're at home against like a Bournemouth or a Norwich or someone like that, I'm confident that you wouldn't need Amrabat and Casemiro. So, because they are kind of the same player, but I do think it's really, really important in those games against like Arsenal and those games against Liverpool away, where we do have two really, really good defensive elite midfielders who can, completely boss that midfield and completely block off any potential trouble that might happen. One thing that I really, really like about this guy is he doesn't stop running. Honestly, his work ethic is unbelievable. And we know that Ten Hag is trying to implement that into the squad. I think he said he wants his team to be running 10 kilometres a game. And remember after that famous Brentford game where we lost 4-0, he got them all out running the next day, didn't he? So this is something that you don't have to worry about with Amrabat. He's very hard working. He runs a lot. He doesn't stop. And he's not somebody who's lazy by any stretch of the imagination. Now, this is a really interesting stat that I wanted to bring into it. So in last season, he tackled 55% of people who tried to run past him, okay? So 55% of the time when somebody tried to come past him, he managed to tackle them and get the ball off him. Now, this ranks in the top 16% in that statistic in the world. So he's in the top 16% of players in the whole world at only stopping people from coming past him, stopping wingers running past him, which I think is absolutely amazing. I really do, because there were so many times last season where our midfield got completely overrun, and bringing in somebody who is in the top 16% of breaking up play and, stopping opposition players will absolutely massively improve our team. 100% sure of that. As I said as well, guys, he is good at dropping back into the back line. He's not afraid of coming back into defence. So he is very good in that sense, just like Casemiro does. Whereas imagine if you had Fred going back into your defence, you'd be worried, wouldn't you? Same as McTominay. You wouldn't want McTominay dropping back into defence. So he is, in my opinion, obviously he's not as good as Casemiro. I'm not sitting here saying he's world class, but I think he would be a really, really strong addition to the team and somebody who I would definitely like to bring in. And the fact that he's also good at build-up play, he's also good at going forward, he's good at picking up passes, he runs into space. I think that's something that we really, really desperately need because he is a versatile player. He is somebody who, of course, Erik ten Hag has worked for before. Erik ten Hag used to manage him at Utrecht in the Eredivisie, so they do already have an existing relationship. They already know what's expected of each other. And Amrabat actually made his name and kind of started his career under Erik ten Hag, so they are believed to have a fondness for each other, let's say. Overall, guys, he's an elite number 6 in my opinion. I wouldn't say he's world class, but I would say he's elite. As I said earlier, he's in the top 16% of players in the world at stopping oppositions from coming past him. He's exactly what we need in my opinion. He was one of the best players at the World Cup, so I would definitely go and get Amrabat. He's reportedly available for around £25 million, and Manchester United are reportedly already in talks with Fiorentina and his agent over a deal. He wants to move and Fiorentina are happy to sell him. So let's hope that this deal goes over the line. Do, as always, let me know in the comment section what you think about this. Would you like to see Amrabat at Manchester United, or would you prefer someone like Goretzka or Lavia? Or if there's another name up there that you prefer, do let me know in the comment section, as I love to see you guys' opinions. As always, please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. This has been Daily Red Devil. Catch you guys later.